A question from Kommersant. Mr. President, on the May 9th press conference, you said that the Ukraine conflict seems to be coming to an end. Could you please elaborate what you meant? Because ever since you said that, everyone has been racking their heads trying to understand that. And despite the Starobelsk strike and despite the promised retaliatory strikes on Kiev, do you think we should expect an end, and where could that happen? Well, as to the timelines, I think both you and your colleagues realize that naming specific time frames while the combat is ongoing would be a mistake. It's not something that is done, and it's not something I am going to do now. You've mentioned the Starobelsk strikes and the attempts to hit Russian territory and in other places. Well, since the West is supplying them with drones, it's made so much easier. They can just take another one out and press the button. But it means that we must strengthen our systems, and it's something that we will continue to do. But as to my statement that this is coming to an end, I made that statement based on a thorough analysis of the situation on the ground. Our troops are advancing every single day. In every direction. And going back to Starobelsk, I watch foreign TV channels from time to time to see what kind of a media landscape there is and what the international viewers have to watch. It's a disgrace. They're openly deceiving their citizens. When we made the strike in response to their atrocity against children, we struck the Kiev region, and the Kiev strike was covered from the early morning to late at night. Russia's an aggressor, they caused so much destruction. You, as the media, I would say, should be ashamed for your colleagues. They didn't mention the tragedy in Starobelsk even once. The fact that children died, that it was a targeted attack against our children. They pretended that this never happened. So, are they informing the public? No. They're making fools out of their audience. And so they are showing showing the drones that the Ukrainian army uses and say that they're making huge successes. And they say that those drones are expensive, hinting that the citizens must pay. So is it a public interest broadcast? No, I wouldn't say that. Now, going back to the situation on the battlefield, I think what we're seeing right now allows us to say that the situation is coming to an end. Can we... So please. A question from Russia TV. European politicians and leaders say that they're preparing for war with Russia every day, even naming the dates. And so the logical question is, are we preparing for a war they're trying to wage against us? Well, as to European politicians saying that they're preparing for a war with Russia, that is just nonsense. They're pretending that this is because Russia is harboring aggressive plans against Western states. But that is just crude lies. As Joseph Goebbels said, the more incredible a lie, the easier it is for people to believe. And this is the standard Western politicians and media are using in their daily operations. Russia has never had any aggressive intentions against European countries. And the tragedy that is currently unfolding in Ukraine is caused by their actions, their policies, because they caused the state coup in 2014 that led to Russia having to defend the people of Crimea and then provide assistance to the Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics that we were reluctant to recognize for years. But then when we realized that the Kiev regime will not live up to its agreements, we had to recognize the republics and then provide assistance through military means, because we took the responsibility in accordance with the interstate agreement to provide this kind of support. And this treaty was passed by the Russian parliament in a completely transparent manner. We did that step by step in full compliance with law. And they caused this tragedy, and that now they're trying to shift the blame, saying that Russia is the aggressor. No, it is just their policy. And first, they deceived us, saying that they are not going to expand to the east, not a step to the east, but now we have what we see. Russia has never threatened European countries. Everything they're doing now is just to prolong the conflict and to justify the immense costs for their budgets and to continue milking the taxpayers.